Unhinged Wonders. We are your hosts, Daisy.
Chrysanthemum.
And Peony, and this is take 3, where one trio talks, reacts, streams, geeks out.
And collectively have a mental breakdown.
Today, or as of this recording session, we are officially at 101 subscribers. So to celebrate,
Yay!
so to celebrate making it over 100 subscribers, today's subject is a date with death slideshow that Peony has put together. Give us your
Yeah!
case. Why are we the cretins consuming this media today?
Thank you,
Celebration.
Chrysanthemum. Because, we know how I am about slideshows, and we know how I am about, we know how I am about a date with death. And so we're doing a slideshow about a date with death because, the content won't be out yet because we're not even finished recording it. But the A Date with Death 2 public demo of the first 3 days of the game has dropped since
Hey.
since everything. Um and so this slideshow is basically breaking down um what Two and a Half Studios is doing to build an organic sequel that feels like a natural extension of the world they already created in A Date with Death. Uh So, you know me, I gotta talk about a writing thing when I see a writing
Mm-hmm.
thing happening. So we're doing a writing thing. Um, as a disclaimer, at time of recording, the beta tester demo has also dropped. Um, which is the first 8 days of the game rather than the first
Oh,
three.
dang. How
Okay.
many will there
Um,
be?
2 full weeks. There's two full
Uh,
weeks of in-game content,
for each
and
person. Haha.
the except there's 21 distinct days of the game
Oh.
because the entire second week is different depending on which of the two romance routes you do.
Ah.
Um, which they did say in official announcements about the game, so that's not spoiling anything. But
Mm.
yeah, um, so as a disclaimer, I made this slideshow before the beta tester demo dropped, and I have not added any content to it. This is purely the public demo. I am not going to talk about anything confidential. Two and a Half Studios, please don't come for me. I want to keep my privileges. Anyway, um, because we are not allowed to talk about any of the content of the beta tester demo. And I have
They got that
befriended
on
so many
lock.
other beta. I have met so many other beta testers because we're just all losing our minds. So So yeah, the yap is for them, not
Heck
for the
yeah.
public. All right.
Also, can we
So
appreciate the
as
lovely picture that you drew for this opening slide? This is your
Thank you.
artwork, right?
You.
Heck
Yes,
yeah.
this is my artwork. I actually do now have kind of a better Casper fan art that I could have put in there, but I think this one fits the vibes really
It's
well.
cute. I like it.
Yeah, I like Casper. He makes me happy. But yeah, so let's get right to it. So I forgot about some of these slides, so this should be funny. Um Also, I need to pull this up on my phone as well so I can read you guys my speaker notes because I was a little unhinged about some of them.
Yeah, that's fair. We all remember my Hannibal slideshow. That was chaotic as well, and I had no script, just speaker notes.
Oof. Okay. Um. Okay, Peony, we aren't waiting for the point today. Tell us now. Uh. The point is that I'm going to enumerate the ways the game franchise, A Date with Death, created by Two and a Half Studios, has succeeded in creating a good sequel. Capital G, capital S. Um. So, introductory note: what is the premise? Because assuming our viewers haven't seen the entire playthrough we did because it's hours of content.
Mm-hmm.
um A Date with Death is a visual novel romance chat sim franchise, although they are getting less and less chat sim. There's a lot more direct interaction in the second game. um The premise of the first game follows a quote-unquote normal mortal who keeps accidentally dodging fatal mishaps.
Hmm.
Turns out the Grim Reaper assigned to reap their soul is struggling, and he's very annoyed about it.
And I love that for
He
him.
and then he proceeds to use this chat room he designed to demand your soul directly as his last-ditch attempt. Um, and then you just bully him until he's hopelessly in love with you, and that's it. That's the first game.
Hmm.
It's incredible. And
It's
then
beautiful.
there's Beyond the Bet, which takes the original game and is like, what if we packed on just a crap ton more lore and also added 3 days to the game?
Hmm.
And I was like, you know what? Fantastic. 10 out of 10. This is really good. So for this slideshow, we are ignoring spoilers and calling the first game's love interest Reaper by his name, Casper, and the main character his nickname for them, Sunshine,
Yes, ma'am.
because that's just that's just how we do. The premise of the second game follows a brand new Grim Reaper trying to help rebuild the underworld after the events of Ending 9 of the first game, which caused a Reaper revolution. And now you're flirting with two Grim Reapers,
Heck yeah.
and it's so good! And the theories are devastating, and it's great. Um, oh boy, there's so much going on in the second game, guys. I'm so excited.
Hmm.
The full game is gonna be so good, and I can't wait until next year. Okay, criteria. How do you actually make a good sequel? So I did consider this. I think the facets are pretty simple. So to build out an original franchise, you should be asking yourself, can you expand the lore organically without making it feel bloated? Is there actually genuinely more story to tell within the scope of the world, and will it work better as a spin-off? Will the first installment in the franchise be improved or made worse by additions? And are the questions left from the first installment better left unanswered, or do they actually need answering? Uh, because this is the basics. Because we all know an addition to a franchise can sometimes make it worse, not better.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there are many, many examples. We will not get into them. So we gotta explain a little bit the plot going from the end of the first game to the second game. So, in Ending 9 of A Date with Death Beyond the Bet, the final ending option, Metamorphosis, follows Casper and Sunshine as they discover that Grim Reapers were made non consensually from humans. Sunshine, Casper, and the Reaper sent to bring them in for breaking the rules, 5012, agree that this is unjust and must be changed, and so the trio start a rebellion together, which is incredibly funny because 5012 and Casper just do not like each other. They respect each other a lot. Both of them acknowledge that the other is very good at being a Reaper and what they do.
Hmm.
Neither of them like each other as people.
And it's the best. I love it so much.
They piss each other off endlessly. It's fantastic. Um, And then A Date with That too. Guess what? It's post rebellion now. Huzzah! The rebellion was a success. The
Yay!
old administration has been overthrown. Reapers are allowed to take human names now. They are no longer created under an oath that makes them physically incapable of lying. And dying humans with the right type of soul can now freely choose to become Reapers. Everything is sunshine, pun intended, and rainbows. And wait, why is the underworld falling apart?
Oh, yay!
Yay! It turns out revolutions are a little bit harder than we thought. So, step one of franchise construction. A Date with Death is free lore real estate. So what are we working with in A Date with Death? 8394, or Casper, is one of many, many Grim Reapers in the underworld. The Reaper species is controlled by a massive organization led by an anonymous council. And also trauma. They're mostly controlled by trauma. I
Oh,
just noticed
yay.
this a couple of days ago. But, like, there is a system. We see it in A Date with Death Zero, which is the prequel webtoon. There's a system in the underworld where the people, the Reapers, who are most afraid of getting in trouble and the most afraid of the council and best at following the rules are the ones who are made trainers and disciplinarians.
Oh.
So the oldest Reapers with the most trauma are the ones who are put in charge of the younger ones. And so the older ones put that fear in the younger Reapers, but they think they're doing them a favor to protect them when actually they're just reinforcing the Council's control.
Oh.
Yeah, so there's some crazy psychology going on in this game, actually. It makes me so happy. But,
Okay.
alright, lore. So, Reapers have sworn an oath and are physically incapable of lying. Reapers are forbidden from taking mortal names, falling in love, talking to mortals, you get it. If it has to do with mortals, basically the only thing they're allowed to do is take their souls when they die. Breaking these rules can lead to a Reaper's termination. It's fine.
Yay.
It's not horrible at all. Reapers are secretly and non consensually created from human souls, and they are unnatural creations. Because of this, they are weak to something called soul sickness, which is an imbalance of light and dark force within their own souls. Human souls are anchored in light, they don't have to balance themselves. Reapers are, like I said, artificially created, so they have to be a little more careful.
Mm.
So over here on the right, we see an assortment of quotes from A Date with Death Zero on Webtoon. Just going through basically these rules and the lore. So a lot of this is quotes from Casper's trainer. Talking to humans is forbidden. Feeling empathy for humans is forbidden. Mortals should never learn the existence of the Grim Reapers and the underworld. And as Reapers, they have to use glamours to disguise themselves in the mortal realm. And then this is 2471,
He's so cute.
or 2471. He's super cute. The cutest Reaper in the underworld, in fact. Um, which is what he calls himself.
Oh, that's adorable.
He owns it, and I love him. He gives so, like, K-pop energy. I can't explain
Mhm.
it. He does. But like him warning Casper, their light is too bright for us. If you get too close, and it'll wear you down. So step 2, thematic paralleling. Uh, so the themes of the Reapers in A Date with Death and Beyond the Bed and A Date with Death Zero, you kind of have to pick up on. So we've got a couple of quotes here. So first from Casper, life isn't fair. The only fairness is in death. And then from 5012, we are not kind, but we are just. Uh, Reapers provide a sense of closure to life and an important continuation of the cycle of death and rebirth. But the thing is, what we see in Beyond the Bed, the revolution ending, is that Reapers are not what they are meant to be. And so we kind of actually have an interaction that is like the quintessential what is going on here.
Hmm.
And so it's this conversation between Casper and Sunshine. He says, I'm always honest. And Sunshine says, no, you're always truthful. They're different things. And Casper very affectionately agrees with that.
Hmm.
I think what he says is, you know me so well, Sunshine. But likewise, Reapers are supposed to be fair, just, and quote unquote honest. Instead, it runs a little bit more like the Fae. The underworld system is merely truthful, or a pale imitation of its claims at fairness. It's impartial.
Mm.
Impartiality is not noble or right. It simply is, just like the Reapers are taught to be. They simply are, no questions asked.
Mm.
So, in the second game, we've got reflections of these themes in 0204, 5012, and just the entire plot of
Hmm.
Remnants. The first game, especially ending 9, does not provide closure for the underworld and for the Reapers. The way the second game is building feels like closure in the same way Reapers do. The story is inevitable, just, and probably not going to be fully kind to us.
Probably not.
It's a perfect game to bring 5012 in as a love interest. Because just like what has to be happening in the underworld, just like what had to happen with the revolution, he's not kind, but he is just.
Yeah.
And it's good. Anyway, we as the player will have our hands directly in the process of making the underworld exist to a just standard. 5012 is a reflection of those themes in that way. At the same time, the game is about choosing who you want to be. The RID is still figuring out who it collectively wants to be. So is 0204. the fact he rejects the old ways, the fact he jumps on the chance to choose a human name. 0204 is the embodiment of the existential terror of a fresh identity.
Dang.
And being afraid of being disappointed in your true self, having shame about who you are or used to be. Even his choice of name, which is Atlas, is appropriate. We chose this world and now it's on our shoulders.
Oh, dang, I never
Sorry,
realized
phlegm.
that. That's smart.
Yeah, I love Atlas so much. But anyway, um, that's my little guy. And also the theories that are going on about 5012 and Atlas's backstories are so painful. But anyway,
Yeah, I would assume.
we'll get into that a little bit later. Okay, so step 3, we apply the criteria. 1 is the lore expansion organic. Yes. We only have tidbits of the expanded lore as of the first 3 days of the game. That which we have gotten from the Remnants demo, or the public Remnants demo, let's clarify there, makes perfect sense in context. And second is very satisfying, and third opens a very clever window for closure. 2 is there more story to tell. Yes, they left off at the beginning of a rebellion, and these writers want to rebuild the world they've already made. That's a tricky and a ballsy undertaking as a writer. Oh boy. I kind of feel bad for them. But anyway, because oh man, did they give themselves a hard job. 3, will it improve the prior installment? Yes, as previously mentioned, the first game has very solid and well-earned endings. The writing is good, it's so good, but there is space for more answers, more fleshing out, and remnants, in a way that will be satisfying in the larger context of the 2 games together, and in its own game. And 4, do the questions in the prior installments need explicit answers? Yes. Metamorphosis was technically one of the good endings, but it does not show Casper and Sunshine's happily ever after clearly. It leaves you with worry, not just triumph. Remnants provides not only story closure, but comfort by assuring the audience that Casper and Sunshine are alive, together, and well.
Yay!
Of all the endings, Metamorphosis had the most obvious loose ends. I forgot about this. But to remind you that we're talking about a dating cats franchise.
I love that they put this much lore into a game that was just supposed to be you flirting
Let's
with
fluster
the
the Grim
embodiment
Reaper.
of death. Or flirting and embodiment of death.
Yep. You may have noticed the aesthetic change. It's because I was doing a gradient from the first game's colors to the second game's.
Heck yeah.
Step. Thank you.
Beautiful. Sorry.
You're good. You're good. No, I had so much fun with that color gradient, though. Hang on.
I know,
For
it
real.
looks so good.
Slidey.
It's so beautiful.
All right. Step 4, new attachments from the Remnants. Joke intended. So, because the name of the second game is A Date with Death 2 Remnants. But anyway.
We love it.
I'm such a geek. In a franchise like A Date with Death, by necessity, you're going to have new focal characters in the sequel. As noted, these are romance games, which means that you could only have the same focal character if the first installment's romance ended tragically, or if you're further exploring the same relationship, which is frankly boring. Sorry, Casper. Love you, baby girl. So you have to introduce a new main character and new love interests in your sequels and somehow get the audience attached to your new characters when the whole first game was spent focused on one attachment to someone else. Put simply, how do you do that? We're going to talk about it.
Yay!
So, establishing new connections in interesting ways, part 1, 5012. Man, he's pretty. Anyway, easily distracted.
Yes.
So, style number 1 is the pre-established character. The first way you can get your audience invested in a new love interest is super simple. Introduce a side character for approximately 8 minutes in your first game, watch the fandom lose their absolute crap, thirsting violently over him, and then just make the man a love interest in the sequel.
Heck yeah.
That's really all it took with 5012, but let's look a little deeper.
I love this.
He's a very old Reaper from the 5th station, which means he predates every other Reaper we know of. He's older than Casper's trainer. Casper's trainer, I want to say, was maybe from the 9th station, but I'm not totally sure. And then 2471 is from the 10th station. So yeah, 5012 is old. He's an old Reaper.
Dang.
And we know from Beyond the Bet and Date with Death Zero, he was assigned to discipline other Reapers in the past. He's really kind of an ideal trainer.
Yeah.
Also, he helped lead the revolution. That
Hmm.
combo of lore tidbits places him in a place of heavy plot significance and trust in the plotline aspect of the second game. He's the personification of choosing to be who you used to be, or, just hanging on to a past identity.
Yeah.
Although they kind of do both. Like, there's a lot of insistence from 5012 that his past does not matter, and that who he used to be is so far removed from who he is now that it just doesn't apply.
Hmm.
Okay. And then, hey, fight me.
Hmm.
Look at Atlas.
He's so
Anyway,
cute. I love him.
he's so cute. Anyway, establishing new connections in interesting ways, 0204. So style number 2 is giving us a new frontier that's very worth studying. The other way to make a new focal character interesting is to bank on an audience's investment in the franchise's pre-existing world building and make the character a representation of a previously lesser explored aspect of that world building. In this case, 0204 and the player character are exploring what it means to be a newly created Reaper in the new Underworld Order post-Revolution. 0204 is a stark contrast to what old Reapers like Casper and 5012 were forced to become to survive the Old Order. He's our first sign of what a changed Underworld is going to look like, or what we're trying to make it into. Open, flexible, worth giving room to grow and change. He's also just very earnest, but clearly has, forgotten secrets still tangled up in his character. He's the
Yeah.
personification of having the free agency to choose who you are going to become in the present.
Heck
That is
yeah.
very much his thing. He's fascinated by his human past, but he's also very much in the moment as a character. Um, it's so funny. Both characters kind of say they're focusing on one thing. Like, 5012 says he's focusing on the present, and Atlas says he's focusing on the past, and then they're doing the opposite in practice.
Hmm.
They amuse me, Your Honor. So, any technique has benefits and drawbacks. This is, by the way, a reference to the first game when Casper said soul bridging has benefits and drawbacks. But anyway,
Heck yeah. We love the references.
I'm a geek. Benefits with the pre established route. It capitalizes on natural gravitation towards familiarity. It builds on an already integrated foundation within the world and on pre existing lore about them. Allows the content creator to assess their audience's initial thoughts and reactions to the character, and allows the creator to deepen the character as a way of deepening the world as a whole while still feeling like the same world. And then for the New Frontier approach, allows for fresh new perspectives, themes, and less limited character personality, all new character, all new development, allows character to be developed to match the tone of the new installment of the franchise, and allows for new lore to be integrated cleanly into the character's background and foundations without having to retcon it, which allows the audience to become invested in the new lore. So there are also some drawbacks, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Pre-established, depending on prior development, it may be more difficult to build out a fully detailed, relatable character based on existing traits. It may require retconning of depth without prerequisite displays from the character of that depth to base it on. The character may feel out of character if development isn't handled carefully, and the creator may set themselves up for a less than organic development arc that is near impossible to pull off to make the old character work towards new ends. With the new frontier, it may be a challenge to develop the world further and the new character both well enough. The audience may not be very invested, or may not be as invested as you anticipate them being at different points in the character's arc. It may be difficult to establish depth and distinction if they are placed side by side with an older, more developed character, and they may skate by on an older character's draw and charisma.
Oh, sorry.
Hi?
You okay?
Sorry, I just sneezed very, very loudly. I didn't know if
Oh,
it caught or not.
it caught
It
like
did
the
not.
last, it caught like the very end of it, which is why we
I'm
asked if
so
you
sorry.
were okay.
I was just like, it was very sudden, and I didn't have a chance to turn my mic off or anything. I was like,
you're,
sorry.
you're okay.
I appreciate just so I can contribute because that was very disruptive. I very much appreciate everything you're going over because they are all points I either deeply agree with or points that I haven't like I've seen a project and something about it was bugging me and I couldn't figure out what and this is it sort of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There you
Yeah.
go. And I think that's the point of this, but it's
Yes.
working. You're doing
It's
well.
working. It's working. Uh yeah. Oh boy. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Spoiler time.
Spoiler time, specifically only for the public demo. We are not spoiling the confidential demo. I'm
Yes.
doing the disclaimer again.
We follow the
Yes.
laws,
We
guys. We
follow
Yes.
the
are rule
laws.
followers, don't you worry.
I agreed to an NDA.
Oh dang!
We are good
Not like
children.
not like an official one that I had to sign, but like
Yeah.
it was very clear if you spoil anything about this part of the confidential part of the game, you will lose your privileges. You will not
Yeah.
get to access it anymore. I don't want that. So,
Mhm.
what is the new lore? As of the first 3 days of the game, the Underworld's old management has been overthrown. In the process, it was discovered that not all Reapers the old administration quote unquote terminated were outright killed, though some, called Stage Blacks, actually were. Many had their memories wiped and were sent to new distant stations to continue working as before. These were called Stage Yellows. Rarer cases had their memories wiped and were sent to secret, isolated places that only the administration knew about, like the Liminal Zone. These were called Stage Reds. Our beloved Rowan slash 2471 from A Date with Death Zero, the cutest Reaper in the Liminal Zone, is a Stage Red, and I miss him. And I'm sad. Rowan, I'm sorry.
No, baby.
Baby boy, baby. Okay, 5012, 0204, and 0213 have been assigned secretly to find and inform Stage Yellows and Stage Reds of what was done to them.
No. Oh, they're gonna relive so much trauma.
Ooh. Anyway, so we've got some more themes for 5012, and I think this was the slide where I needed to start reading my notes because it's really funny.
Oh
At least it is
gosh.
to me. I'm sleep deprived, so. I should have been keeping up. Okay. Oh no, it was actually a while ago. Hang on.
Oh.
She said, "Oops."
Oops. So on this slide, my notes just I'm listening to Confident by Demi Lovato as I make this slide, and it's making me laugh. She's effing confident, alright.
Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh.
That song actually
Okay.
fits so well.
Mhm.
Painfully well. And then this one, the notes is just listening to Funeral by Neoni. Also feels very appropriate.
oh, oh, I love when songs fit a character so well. It's just beauty.
I love it. Hang on. Alright. I believe, was this the one where the notes got really horny? Yeah.
Oh my
Oh no.
gosh. Oh no.
Mom, I'm scared.
So the notes on this one, I'm gonna wrap this man around me like a weighted blanket.
That's not
Oh.
that
He's-
bad.
He's 6'2" of beefy arm muscle. I want to motorboat his pecs.
Oh, never mind.
Oh,
Never
there we go.
mind. Never mind.
My
And
gosh.
if you think that's bad, I have then written out the lyrics to an entire parody of Daddy Cop from The Rookie,
Oh
for the Grim Reaper theme.
no.
I'm not gonna sing it because I just can't. I'm gonna laugh the entire time. But
Just know
The
that they
woman was too
exist.
stunned to speak.
yeah, I had a lot of fun with this slide. I think it was also maybe a little delirious at the time, but anyway, look at that man. I do want to motorboat his pecs still,
Oh
but
my-
anyway.
Oh my gosh.
My.
The really funny thing is the developers know that we're like this, and there are several jokes, like even just within the first 3 days of the game, where you can like specifically talk about 5012's chest.
Oh
Bruh.
my goodness.
Like,
Aussie, Aussie,
at-
Aussie.
Oi, oi, oi.
0204 at one point is like, we gotta figure out what secrets 5012 has got up his sleeves. I bet it's awful. And the player character is like, I mean, have you seen those muscles? I wouldn't mind being tucked up his sleeves. Like, the horny is so blatant. The developers know what this fandom is like. Um, there's also another scene, but I don't know if it's just the first 3 days of the beta tester demo or the first 3 days of the public demo, so I'm not going to go into it. So,
Okay.
because I don't know if there's differences between the public demo first 3 days and the beta tester first 3 days.
Mm.
So, anyway, actual character stuff. So, I think we kind of get, like, the rundown from Casper in Beyond the Bet in the first game. So he says to 5012, you become so wrapped up in what you are, you cannot see who you are. 5012 sees himself as nothing but his responsibility. No name, no favorite color or favorite vowel. Well, we are not kind, but we are just. He believes he is deep down the Grim Reaper and nothing else. Not just a Grim Reaper. It's been what he is for so long now, it's his identity. By his own admission, referring to himself, the individual is hardly important.
That's
He does not
depressing.
know who he is. Being just the Reaper is no longer enough to be considered whole in the post revolution world. And 5012 is struggling badly. He's respected for being good at what he does and for being a former rebellion leader, but he just wants it to be enough for him as an individual that he is the Reaper again. The world won't let him have that anymore, and I think that's part of why he's so angry at Casper in the second game.
Hmm.
He needs someone to blame for why he feels so freaking uprooted still. So, A Date with Death 2 is turning the world into something 5012 may not be able to thrive in if he doesn't change. And I think that terrifies him. Reapers do not change. They are not capable of change, as it's put in the first game. By changing, he will no longer be the Reaper that he desperately wants to go back to being anymore. His mission in Remnants also directly contradicts the man he was at the end of Beyond the Bet. In ending 7, 5012 is capable of killing Casper for breaking the rules and then wiping Sunshine's memories of him without any remorse at all. In Remnants, his job is to save terminated Reapers and try to find a way to restore their memories. The story demands redemption for the worst things 5012 could be capable of before the revolution. And then we've got some character info over here. This is just his available character card, like in the files of the game. Veteran operative with an extensive record of successful missions, multiple promotions, and reassignment offers have been declined in favor of continued field autonomy. Records indicate a preference for isolation and minimal communication outside of work. He's literally just his job. This man has nothing else going on. Yet. Presumably there will be more later.
Ooh.
Because they gotta make this man a love interest somehow. They're gonna have to hit him with the brick, I'm pretty sure. Like, that's just guessing from the first 3 days. So 0204 is kind of this force of uncertainty and revelation. Who the frick is texting me? 0204, uncertainty and revelation. So 0204, or Atlas as he dubs himself, I love him dearly, is the class clown of the 3 available love interests.
There's a
He
third.
avoids
Oh,
thinking too hard. Go on.
I was gonna say there's a third. Oh, you're including Casper in that list.
Yes.
I
Casper's
was like,
on the
there's
list.
not 3 love interests in the second game. Casper counts.
Casper counts. He avoids thinking too hard about anything he thinks is too serious. But oh shoot, wait, no, I've read my own point wrong. I'm tired. He avoids thinking too hard about anything he thinks isn't too serious, but when it is clear something is truly essential, he starts pushing for information in a way that nobody would have under the old regime. A quote from him, I just want to make sure we're not repeating the past here. He is everything that can build the new underworld order into something healthy. He is everything the old administration would have despised. It makes perfect sense that he and 5012 fundamentally do not get along. It's so much fun. Anyway, Ooh, right. This theory I'm starting to second guess as I've been talking to other people who've been playing the public demo. But
Ah.
my cursory theory for how he serves as a portrayal of the new lore was that I believed at the time that Atlas is a stage yellow.
Mm.
Mhm.
Um, Other points have been made to me on the A Date with Death Discord server.
Hmm.
And now the prevailing theory that everybody has is that um Atlas died by suicide.
Oh!
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Okay.
And like if you look at the game intro, there's a shot of him that's very concerning. There's a few shots of him that are very concerning and make a lot of
Oh.
sense in context with the suicide theory, and I don't like it.
I wouldn't
Yikes.
either.
I don't like it because that means that probably one of the bad endings of the game,
Oh.
I'm not okay.
Oh no.
But yeah, he's canonically like I think the second game he makes a joke about how he's gonna kill himself.
Oh baby.
Like, yeah. So now that's my main theory is that
It is very Gen Z
yeah,
humor, but not for a good
it's
reason.
it's very Gen Z, but it's also like, oh, that's an alarm
Well
bell.
well, yeah, that's what I mean. Gen Z's freaking depressed. Like,
Ding ding ding, baby, he's not okay. But
literally.
but what is weird is the information in his character file is almost unnecessarily sparse. And at first I thought that was because I think that was I thought it was because he was a stage yellow at first.
Mm.
But I've realized that if the RAD is aware that he died by suicide, the continued behavioral assessments
Oh,
um
there you go.
might
mm.
be to keep an eye on him so he doesn't hurt himself. But it's fine.
Yeah.
I'm fine. Anyway, I'm not well. But anyway, so 5012's record is clear. He despises revealing information about himself. Yeah, that is true.
Mm-hmm.
But we cannot forget Atlas is also a brand new Grim Reaper and he doesn't know anything about himself, so there's not that much to reveal.
Yeah.
He hates working, loves questions, immediately is attached to humanity. All things that would have gotten him terminated without a second thought under the old administration. This is all why I thought he was a stage yellow. It's
Mm.
as of now, no, I think he's a first time Reaper, but
Just traumatic
I don't
backstory.
I don't think his human life went very well. This information is all readily available in the first 3 days of the second game. That is true. Everything included in the Remnants public demo you could consider as a kind of hook. A demo is a preview with a very carefully arranged dance. You have to decide exactly how much you're okay with your audience knowing before the full release of the game. It's also meant to create investment leading up to the Kickstarter. With new games and new characters being introduced in a franchise like A Date with Death, there is a key question that creative teams must constantly wrestle with. Why should the audience care? An initial installment of a franchise has the added benefit of placing because it's new on the list of reasons. There's an aspect of I'll try anything once. With your first installment, you get the luxury of the sure, why not response. But as soon as you begin making sequels, those benefits go away. Especially if the first installment was good, like A Date with Death, you must match or exceed the quality of the first game or installment to keep your audience invested in the sequels. And this series is a masterclass on how to correctly draw in your audience a second time based on what appealed to them about the original installment, what is left to be explained, and what the audience already cares about. So, what can we learn from Two and a Half Studios writing?
A lot.
Entertainment is learning.
Yes, it
Uh,
is.
Entertainment is not interesting if you are not learning something about the world from it. Like the world of the franchise, specifically. Real world lessons can be good too at times, but uh the point is of stories is learning. Teaching your audience, so teach your audience a little at a time, especially if you're going to begin adding on to an established original world, which the second game is masterful at. Time your
Mhm.
revelations carefully. Second game is also very masterful at that. The dedication you show the development of your characters will be mirrored by your audience. Yup. Can confirm. The audience is dedicated.
Dedicated to
Like,
being
actually,
horny.
the fandom is mildly. Not just that, the fandom is insane.
Heck yeah.
Yes,
I
they're
love it when
horny.
the fandom is like that.
They are Deadpool.
Symbiosis between your characters and story will make both more engaging. Unanswered questions are interesting. Answered questions are satisfying. Use both well. Themes. Okay, did I have any more notes? I think it was just the 3 slides. Which, you know, by far the funniest slides.
Mhm.
But anyway.
I need to listen to Confident now. What's going on my playlist?
Real. Okay. Alright. All image credits go to 2.5 Studios, except for the drawing on slide 1, which is fan art drawn with mine own 2.5 hands. And that is end of slideshow.
Oh, that is a
Mortal,
beautiful
you
screen.
are
That is a
dismissed.
beautiful screenshot.
That is
Thank you.
amazing. I think this was lovely.
Yeah.
Your lesson there was
Yay!
very coherent.
Yeah, you always explain everything like so well that like by the time I have questions, you've already answered them basically with your next sentence.
Yeah.
I'm annoying like that.
Because the way my brain works, I have like a million thoughts in my head, but I'm very, very bad at expressing them. So I appreciate that you're able to express things.
Mhm.
This is, in fact, the one thing I'm good at.
Don't say that. You're good at keeping secrets, I guess. 2.5
Yeah,
secrets.
apparently. 2.5 secrets!
This is beautiful.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to the beginning. And so if anybody has any questions... Man, I'm still really proud of that piece.
Mhm.
It's good.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't think we have questions on that one.
The only question
So,
I can think of is, do you think there's potential for a third one? I know the second one's literally not even out yet, but
yeah, I think possibly. The devs said they didn't have any specific ideas for it yet, but they never say never. And they do really, really love this franchise. They're very fond of it, partially because it's their massive smash hit. But
Yeah. I was gonna say if they left, if they wanted to, even if they didn't want to make like a third like game, a direct sequel to Remnants, they could probably like make other games based off the alternate or the other endings in the original game and kind of have like an extended multiverse of some sorts. Potentially? I don't know.
oh, there is an extended multiverse. It already exists.
Heck yeah. Feel like they have 9
The game is
endings.
called Will-O-Wisp Emporium.
Yeah, they have
But
they
yeah,
have
they are making a whole
Will-O-Wisp.
nother game set in the same universe.
Yeah, they have the Will-O-Wisp, they have the other games related to that, and then they have 9 endings for the original Date with Death and Beyond the Bet. And Remnants is a sequel off of ending 9. So that's 8 other endings they have to play around with if they wanted to create more games, but didn't necessarily
We have
want to
no
follow the
idea.
one storyline that they've set up with Remnants.
Yeah, we don't know how many endings Remnants is gonna have.
Mhm.
But we know that both romance routes are gonna have good and bad endings. And there's
Mhm.
going to be a DLC that adds a whole nother ending for each romance route.
Ooh.
so like at least 8
Too
at the
many.
very
They're gonna
least,
be
yeah.
there are going to be too many, and I'm scared
Yeah.
because that means it'll take longer for the ending guides to come out, which means I will be floundering and trying to avoid the bad endings because I can't handle the bad endings they do in this franchise. I've seen enough.
Mm,
But
yeah.
yeah,
Devastation.
devastation.
I mean
Like,
that's also a sign of good writing though, is that you're that terrified about the bad endings that you're actively trying to avoid them because they're so beautifully written that they cause legit emotional pain.
Me
oh, they're
walking into Doomsday.
amazing.
It's
Yeah,
like,
Oh
it's literally
no.
in the name. We all know something horrid's gonna happen, especially to one of the favorites. And I'm
Yeah.
just like, let's go!
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm not okay.
Nope.
Not
But yeah,
okay.
do we have any thoughts on this slide?
Hold on, I'm like rereading it again
I'm a
just to
Jillin.
make sure. Yeah. Again, you explain everything so like beautifully and like freaking English words. Why? In depth? I think that's the right word. You explain everything like so beautifully and in depth and like coherently again that like by the time I do have like questions, be they like small or big, by the time I'm like ready to ask them, you've already answered them with whatever like your next talking point is. So there's no even reason for me to ask.
Okay.
And that's a good sign. That's a compliment because that means that you
Man, I
know what you're
kill my own
doing and you know it.
discussions.
But that also means that like but that also means that that also kind of means so that it feels to me like you know what questions you're expecting to get asked and so you're like I'm just going to jump ahead of it and answer them right here right now so they don't have to be asked, which in this situation is good, but in some situations I can see where that would be a little bit unnecessary or annoying, but in the context of this that is a very good uh skill to have and to use.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. The only thing that I can think of that I might be able to elaborate on more is 2471.
Hi
Um,
cutie.
he's such a cutie. Hang on, I'm gonna try and find something. But I'm gonna try and find something. Give me just a second.
You're good.
Ah, okay, good, 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 good. They have his official sprite out. Okay, so hang on. I'm gonna exit the slideshow briefly.
You're good.
It's the copper. Eh. Because, hang on, his sprite. Hang on. Him.
Oh, that is so cute.
He's just a baby. Let me look at him. There. Okay.
Mm.
Look at him.
Aww.
This is my son.
That's
Just a
I
babe.
love
adorable.
him. I love him so freaking much. They took his hair clips. I'm not okay. And they terminated him. They took away his hair clips.
No, how dare they?
Ah!
That's just rude.
Well, but you.
Hated him and took his hair clips away.
How dare they?
That's actually so funny to me. I'm sorry.
Shut your up.
I'm not the one who said it.
It makes me so upset, but yeah. Um, so let's go a little bit into 2471. He gets mentioned in passing in Beyond the Bet ending 9. So we did talk about him a little tiny bit in our playthrough. But yeah, this is 2471, his human name that he not chose actually was given. His human name that he was given by the human woman he fell in love with was Rowan. Um
Pretty name.
I love him so much.
Mm.
But yeah, he was terminated for falling in love with a mortal woman named Leonie.
No.
He's just a little guy. I'm not well
Hmm.
about these games. Anyway, so this is actually how Casper and 5012 initially met. Was the council caught Rowan sneaking away to be with Leonie. Uh they he had asked Casper not to bring it up to the council for him. Casper had agreed. The council found out anyway. Casper did keep his promise, though. He's not the one who told the council. Um, and so Rowan was terminated. It still makes me want to throw up a little bit in my heart.
Mm.
He also lost a leg in that process. Like, while they were capturing
Oh.
him, they fully took his leg off. But anyway,
What the
Okay.
heck?
he got the full-on How to Train Your Dragon amputation
Yoink.
treatment. Same leg and everything, but
Oh
Ugh.
dang.
pretty sure. But yeah, and so Casper, since he was a new Reaper, was not terminated, but he was given uh, a disciplinary period, and 5012 is the one who was his disciplinarian. Um, and so we actually get a lot of really interesting insight into 5012 and A Day with Death Zero. Like, it's just establishing who he was before the rebellion.
Hmm.
Um, but through Casper's eyes, he is terrifying. Um, and then we get to the public demo of Remnants, and it is so clear that 5012 is not that person anymore. But he
That's nice.
thinks he talks like he still believes he is that person. Um
So
and
y'all understand why I call him my Bucky, right?
Yeah.
we
It's very
Yeah.
understand.
strong. The
But
vibes are
yeah,
strong.
it's immensely devastating just in general, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
2.5 Studios is good at that, just casually hurting all of our feelings. But yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. There's a there's a lot going on.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we've got the themes. Yeah. What do we think though? Do we Daisy, you've seen part of the public demo for the second game. I played it with you.
Yeah.
Um,
I've seen all of it.
I know.
huh?
Me and
Oh, yeah, you
yeah.
have.
You keep forgetting. You forced me to sit down and play it.
Sorry.
I would
I'm so
say,
sorry.
yeah, the criteria definitely meets everything that
Yeah.
I can remember of our playthrough of the first 2 days. Definitely meets everything, and I'm definitely like seeing a lot of this, a lot of stuff you've mentioned, like looking back at previous like franchise and whatnot, be it books, movie, TV, media, whatever franchises I'm in. Um, I'm even gonna go off of Halo, my family's favorite first person shooter. That game,
Halo.
that it has like, aside from Halo 6, which I refuse to talk about or play,
Oof.
and maybe also potentially Halo 5. I don't remember enough about Halo 5 to talk about it. But
Get Halo 6, loser.
yeah, but like everything that you talked about for like the criteria that Date with Death is meeting, Halo met that. The only games where we weren't following Master Chief or John was Reach and ODST. Reach was a prequel game that set up another world and introduced us to more of the Covenant, the bad guys, and like expanded that world a little bit. And then ODST showed us what was happening like in tandem with a certain plot point in Halo 2 and then throughout Halo 3. Like it was building us up. It was building up more of this world and made us attached to other characters in this world. And then just following John and Cortana, or Master Chief and Cortana, through Halos 1 to 4, it was the same set of characters and the same set of bad guys across all those games, but they kept introducing more elements and more plot points and more just things that made it worth playing. That didn't get me. The only reason my family stopped playing Halo was because we played it so many times that we got bored. That's the only reason my family stopped playing before Halo 5 and 6
Yeah,
came out.
because
We stopped playing because we'd played
Halo
through the games.
slaps.
Yeah, we played through the game so many times that we like knew all the plot points. We knew where we were going. We basically had the entire story memorized at some point. And that's why we stopped playing. We didn't stop playing because the story was getting old before Halo 5 and 6 came out. I must say that. Before Halo 5 and 6 came out, we didn't stop playing the franchise because the plot was boring. We stopped playing because we'd played it too many times, that we knew everything. And then Halo 5 and 6 came out and we stopped playing because it got boring. But like Halo Reach to Halo 4 was so good with the storytelling and the world building. It lined up with all of the criteria that you brought up with Date with Death. It lined up with everything and made it an interesting game to play, even though we were playing the same character and interacting with many of the same characters or types of characters throughout those entire games.
A Date with Death, my beloved.
Dang it, now I need to see if my dad wants to play Halo
Okay.
PvP when he gets home. Gosh dang it.
Okay. All right. Do we have any thoughts on the characters? Confident by Demi Lovato starts in the background.
Yeah, I was gonna say. You said any thoughts? It was like whatever lyrics I remember of that song are just on repeat in the back of my head. Yeah, I'm excited when the full game does get released to the public. I'm excited to see 501's. I keep wanting to say 5012. I'm excited to see 501's character growth arc, whatever he has, to go from this hard rules must be followed, like we were saying, justice kind of mindset and set very much in his ways, to becoming somebody that, this is going to sound really weird and probably really offensive, but someone that is capable of being loved. That sounds very wrong. And it probably is very wrong, but that's the best way
No,
I can
I
think of
get
how to
it.
describe it.
Currently, he is not somebody who can accept that kind of love either.
Yeah, so it'll be fun to see him get to a point where he can be loved and accepted, even if he doesn't change his base personality and just becomes more open and willing, but still is stuck in those hard rules must be followed, justice, all of that. Even if he stays in that, it'll be fun to see him potentially get to a place where he's open and willing to change and is accepting of that and is accepting of love without having to change who he has been, with like not without being forced to change who he has been, and being willing to change who he has been and change his ways to be worthy of that love and the new world around him.
Oh, there's so much I can't tell you. There's so
like,
much I can't tell you in
yeah,
the first 8
because
days.
like because I feel like I've heard it said before, to love a person is to change for them. They shouldn't be forcing you to change. You should want to change to earn
Yeah.
and deserve their love. So it'll be really I think it'll be really fun
Or
to
maybe not
see
to earn it, but like
be
wanting
worthy
to
of
grow
it.
together.
Yeah.
Wanting to grow together and change in such a way that you build your future with each other.
Yeah, because like 0204 is so open
Yeah.
and like very much into this new underworld because this is his first experience with the underworld. He is definitely capable and deserving and accepting of love, but I'm gonna keep calling him 5012 because that's what my brain wants to call him. But 5012, he kind of very reluctantly, from what I remembered, agreed to join the revolution. He was kind of okay with keeping things the way they had been until Casper wore him down to get him to a point where he's like, okay, yeah, no, this is kind of messed up. Fine, I'll help you out. And now that
Yeah, no, it was very clear. Like, Casper hit him with they lied to you. Doesn't a perfect Reaper deserve better than that? And I think 5012 was like, Stop being right.
Yeah.
Stop that.
Yeah, and even with
It
that,
hurts.
and even with that, like we've seen in like me and you have seen in the first 2 days, and we've kind of talked about, he is very much still set in. I want to keep. He's very still much set in keeping as much of the old ways as he possibly can. With
Yeah, but
like
it's really
not wanting to
interesting.
accept a human name, but again, it'll be fun to see him kind of change that mindset, even if his base personality doesn't change.
Like, there is already a part of him that is deeply shifted because of what the old council did to him and the other Reapers.
Yeah,
Um, and the interesting thing is, we see it within the first 3 days. 5012 is a good teacher and a good leader. He is genuinely good at it. He doesn't like talking to other people, but he is incredibly good at expressing himself.
yeah.
He is good at putting things into words. Um, so he,
But then again, is that
oh boy,
and that's another question. Is his ability to be good at putting things into words, is that just a natural skill he has, or is that a side effect of his oath of being unable to lie, that he has to word things very carefully to skirt around the
he
truth?
he doesn't he doesn't like lying.
Oh, that's right. I
He
forgot about that.
he he chose not to forsake the oath to not be able to lie because he has no interest in lying anyway.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
He's he yeah, he's going to dole out the truth reluctantly and in small amounts just because that's the kind of system that he had to survive in for so long. But he has absolutely no problem with telling you the truth as it applies to you specifically. If it
I
doesn't,
forgot
it's
about
not
that
your
part.
business. He's going to be like, "Why are you asking?
Yeah.
Why do
I,
you care?
yeah.
This
I
is not
forgot
your
about that
problem.
part.
Stay out of it."
Hmm.
Like he actually has like a really strong respect for people's privacy that I'm kind of into, but
Oh, that's nice.
like cuz of course he does.
Yeah.
He's so introverted. But it's so interesting cuz we see it in the lesson where he teaches 0204 and 0213 or 0213 how to summon their glamours. He is good at explaining the process. It's not vague. It's
Yeah.
very specific. And very step by step. He is a good teacher. And then when they immediately excel at it and exceed his expectations, he's honest about it. He's like, "Okay, that's impressive."
Yeah.
He's like, "This usually takes new reapers weeks or longer to master. You're actually doing very well at this." So,
Ooh.
I,
Okay. Going back to the
Atlas is just
glamours.
like, "It's creepier that you're being nice."
The glamour conversation
Like,
reminded
501
me.
was like, "I'm not being nice. I'm being honest."
the glamour
It's
conversation.
incredible. Anyway,
The glamour conversation reminded me. He said that it takes new reap that it usually takes new reapers weeks to master it. Do we think it's possible that these that 213 and 204 got it faster because they chose to become reapers instead of being forced to become reapers? Since they chose to become
ooh,
reapers, they don't have any of the like trauma or the disconnect that all previous reapers had, because previous reapers were forced to become it. They had the
Reapers,
trauma of not
but they
being
don't
able to
remember that.
choose.
They don't
that's
remember that.
that's true, but it's still probably something like ingrained in their
Like,
system. They somewhere in the back of their mind they know that they were given this choice, and so it's easier for them to accept and adapt to these like ways and standards and lessons than old
maybe.
reapers who in the back of their head know they weren't given the choice, and so they don't want to be doing this but are forced to.
It's also part of it is 5012 was an incredibly good teacher.
Yeah.
He makes it very easy to follow the instructions and figure this out. But there is just an element of natural aptitude to it. It's a skill like any other, and some people have kind of more of a natural talent. I wouldn't say they're prodigies by any means,
Yeah.
but Atlas and 0213 do seem to have a natural aptitude for Reaper skills. Um, and it's not totally unheard of. It's very rare, but it's not totally unheard of. They just happen to be pretty talented.
Yeah.
Um,
Because I know it's like a thing in psychology that like even if you don't remember an event happening, the event and like whatever the event taught you or like whatever responses the event ingrained in you, even if you forget the event, those responses and those feelings and those instincts will still be present in your modern present day situations,
Uh-huh.
which I think is really
Uh-huh.
interesting and also kind of depressing sometimes. No, it's always depressing. Never mind.
And very, very applicable to this game. You don't
Yeah.
even know. Um, oh boy. Okay. Be normal, Peony. Be normal, Peony. But like the entire point of this game, like what the main premise is, if memories make who you are, who do you become when you don't have any memories?
Yeah.
And so they are constantly playing with the concept of memory in this game. Uh, and so what you were saying is actually extremely thematic.
Heck yeah. Yeah, I feel like
Your
with
Honor, I love this
yeah.
franchise.
And I feel like with this game, like A Date with Death, the original game, not so much, but I feel like this game especially is going to be. Well, I mean, you're a psychology major and you're already having a lot of fun with it. But like, I feel like this game, especially with all the dealings of memories and whatnot, and how much work and like insight we're getting into these two characters, I feel like is going to be very fun for any other psychology majors that decide to get into this. Because it is, again, playing so much
Yeah,
with memory and the aspects of self and trying to conform to a new world while trying to hold on to the old world.
it's so good.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good.
If any of the psychology
Also,
majors
can we
out
look?
there want a game to play that'll break their brain, have at thee.
It's this one. It's this one for real, for real. But can we look at 5012's list of dislikes?
Nosy people, annoying people, unmotivated people, frivolous people. Just
It's just people.
you could have just said people. You didn't need to
It
describe the people. Just say people.
laughing.
Hmm.
I'd kind of forgotten about that. He likes being left alone.
Mm. My goodness, this man.
I love how he's canonically, if you look at the description, he's canonically just he's become important at his job and it's ruining his life.
Yeah.
After Revolution toured through the underworld, 5012 found himself far more important than he ever wanted to be and is now doing everything in his power to offload the two trainees that somehow became his responsibility.
Yeah, it do be like that sometimes. I was given the authorization to lock up the store, come because I worked
And
the
you're like,
closing
I don't want
shift,
to do that.
and now I can't leave. And now even if I clock out early, I can't leave early because there's still like two other departments that share a lot that use our safe and our lockup facility. So I have to wait for them to come take care of their stuff before I can leave. So I never get out on time, and I hate it.
Ugh. But yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Hi, child.
They better be paying. They better be paying you extra, babes.
I
Oh yeah, that's true.
don't.
Did
They're
you
supposed
get
to
a
be paid.
raise?
I don't actually remember
Oh,
because I work.
Oof.
I will just pretend you got a raise
Yeah,
to make myself
because
feel
like I
better.
I get paid hourly, but also like and payday is every 2 weeks. But also I work like sometimes I'll work like 3 days a week. Sometimes I'll work 4 days a week, and I don't remember what my hourly is. And I get technical PTO if it rains because we're a car wash
That's
that we
good.
shut down. So I don't actually know if being
She says, I don't know.
responsible
I
for
just know I
lockup
get money
got a
every other
raise.
week.
I just know that I get money that I'm saving up
Bruh.
for college
Bruh.
or saving up for university.
Nice. Okay. Do we have any thoughts about Atlas? I love him so much.
I
Please have thoughts about him. I love him so much.
Going back to your whole previous theory about him being a stage yellow and then the possible just suicide arc. I think it'll be. Why does the brain always shut down at the exact wrong moments? I. Words! No! Dang it! Oh, give me a second. I'm trying to word, and the brain isn't cooperating.
No, yeah, you're good. What I should do once you've put together the thoughts is I should fire up the they posted the intro to the second game, the intro animatic to the second game on YouTube. I should pull that up so we can analyze it
Yeah.
in context of the characters.
Yeah.
Teehee.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting if they do, if the suicide route is, if the suicide route is the correct route or is somewhat similar to the route that they end up going with. I think because he willingly gave up those memories and he seems eager to try and like even not get them back, just like learn a little bit about what happened to him before he became a Reaper. I think the emotional fallout, if that's the correct term, is going to be not necessarily deadly, but very concerning, especially if the reasons for his suicide,
Excuse me.
especially because if they do go the suicide route, then depending on the reason for his suicide, that's going to great. I feel like no matter which way they play it, if this reason for a suicide was like completely abhorrent and just like, oh, that's not great, then that is I can foresee that changing his character and his tone of character a complete 180 depending on how we think this character would react and take that news well. Yeah, like he is such a happy-go-lucky character. He's playing around with 213. He's constantly getting on 5012's nerves. Like he's such a happy-go-lucky character. And again, even it, no matter which way they go, if they go the suicide, if they go the stage yellow, if they do anything else that is even remotely slightly, probably more than slightly traumatic in his past life, I feel like has the potential to turn his personality around a complete 180 and possibly, depending on what they do, give them the potential to become another 5012. Not in the sense that like he's so like follow the rules justice, but in the sense that he becomes cold and doesn't want to talk to anybody and would be he'll become isolated. He doesn't want to talk to anybody because he learned that
Yeah,
hey, I had this traumatic life. I don't know how to deal with that. And so I'm going to seclude myself until I can figure this out. And again, depending on how they do that, it could be harmful to both him and the people around him that he cares about, which would include 213 and possibly 5012, depending on how their relationship grows over the overall arc of the storyline. Because like
Atlas,
I
my beloved.
because I do see even within like the first two games, I do see a similar relationship between like in the relationship between 5012 and Atlas, I do see somewhat of a similar relationship between me and my younger siblings and like my siblings with like relationships with each other cuz like 5012 is very 5012 very much gives older sibling vibes. Like he is set his ways, he knows what needs to be done, he knows how to do it. He knows what's expected of him and everybody else younger than him, just like I do with my siblings. And then
501-2 is
5012.
my favorite eldest daughter.
And then Atlas is here causing chaos, not paying attention, being an annoying younger sibling. So if the game continues to grow that like sibling bond or sibling akin bond between those two, whatever emotional fallout or emotional turmoil Atlas goes through, if he does ever learn what like the motive, the motive and the mode of his death, whatever his emotional fallout is following that, 5012 is probably either going to be the person he turns to first or the person he stays away from vehemently.
Definitely.
And then that leaves the relationship with 213 open because that is a player character, so it's up to the individual players to determine what their relationship with Atlas is like. And then that would then affect and then that would affect their relationship with him in any emotional turmoil or fallout that happens with Atlas if he does learn the reason and mode of his death.
I'm normal. I'm normal. I'm normal. I'm normal. I'm normal.
Maybe I'm on the right. Maybe I was right to choose to become a psychology major because this is the most psychology thing I've done all day, and I had 2 quizzes this morning for a psych class.
Whee!
I'm on the right track, y'all. I chose the right career.
Yay! We love that for you.
Where was all of this when I was talking about the Hannibal relationships? Come on.
Oh man, I love Atlas so much, guys.
I know.
I love him so
I'm both
much.
interested and scared for what his storyline is going to look like in the fully released public game. Because again, even if it's like a sad, like straight up depressing ending, it'll be interesting to see the way that they go about it.
Well, there's gonna be good and bad endings for both
Yeah.
routes, of course.
Yeah.
Let's just say, I think, theorizing about the endings specifically, the good endings have the potential to be so good.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
And then the bad
And the
endings
bad endings have the potential to be so freaking bad.
Yeah, they will cause
Like that's
emotional
obvious.
damage.
It's 2.5 studios. Of course, the
Yeah.
bad's gonna be really bad and the good's gonna be really good. But ooh,
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they work
ooh,
the good and the bad endings to make them fit not just the character, but like the situation and the path and the choices we've made to get to the specific endings will be really interesting.
I'm fine. I'm normal, and I'm not crying inside. I'm fine. I'm normal, and I'm not crying inside.
Hmm.
Okay, it's fine.
Hmm.
Everything is fine.
Are we sure it's fine?
No, you're not.
Yay!
Ooh, normal, good.
Nobody on this
What
channel
I
is
really,
normal, Peony.
what I really wish is I wish I could show you guys the music in the rest of the beta test.
Hmm.
Because oh wow, the composition in this game gets really good, guys.
I was also gonna say
Like it is.
music can also help move the story along, even if there's no words. That's another thing I really like about
I mean,
music
there's
in
lots of
games
words.
and
It's a
whatnot.
visual novel.
Yeah, but like the
It's a
background,
visual
but
novel.
like
There's lots of words.
the music in any background, like the character
Yeah,
themes
there.
that play when a certain character shows up on the screen, or just like the thematic change in music, like in like some games, if you're like about to get into a dangerous situation, then you'll hear cues in the music to like prep yourself. So music can do a lot of storytelling, even if there are like words being said. Music can help like relay like the underlying tones of a situation, which is really interesting.
This reminds me of Titan class biosignatures from Subnautica 2. Hang on. Hang on.
I would like to see the trailer, please.
She would like to see the trailer. Okay.
Yes. Sorry, I've
My
been in
son.
and out doing chores like this whole time.
You good, girl?
Yeah, we could tell you weren't there.
You all
I
good?
know I did send a message. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll know you watch
Okay.
this video back anyway, so you're all good.
I know. I was like, I'm not missing anything, babes. Don't you worry.
Okay, I think it's been
Whee!
officially released. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. What I will say is it seems like the lyrics for the intro song were translated, possibly from Japanese.
Huh.
They do
A
not
lot
make
of what?
sense. They do not make sense.
You're the
Shut
one
up.
who said it.
Shut your. They do
Nothing.
not make a lot of sense.
Oh my goodness.
But we're going for it. Let's go, let's go. And this is why I named my character after Rain. Why is it so pretty?
I always love jazzy things.
I don't usually, but this one works for me.
Biased.
Yeah, I know. That's my boy, that's my boy, that's my boy, that's my boy!
I'll be honest, I can't understand the lyrics. My brain is
Yeah,
just not
that's fine.
translating.
That's fine. It didn't for me either. I had to look it up. Wee. Boys, are you okay?
No, they're not.
They're not okay.
Oh. Actually, that makes sense.
Yep. Thoughts and feelings.
I mean, I feel like his yellow streak in his hair is very purposefully placed.
Yeah.
That's
I
all I'm gonna
yeah.
say. I'm
I
gonna
feel
leave it
like
there.
if
Interesting.
they go the stage yellow route, then the streak in his hair is gonna feel very obvious. But if they go some other route, I feel like the streak in the hair is going to be symbolic of whatever happened to him before he died and became a Reaper. Because we've kind of like
Either
seen
that
this
or
that
it just looks cute, guys. Sometimes it just
yeah,
looks cute, guys.
that's true. But we have also seen in the first game that like nothing, or we saw it a little bit in the first game that not a lot of what has happened was just because the world decided it needed to happen. A lot of it ended up happening for a reason.
Well, I think I used to think, hey, it's probably just to look cute. These are a bunch of emo boys. But then they showed that shot where like the blood was coming down off his face from
Yeah.
his head.
Yeah.
So that's what I thought.
That-
That's what I was
that's
thinking.
that's the shot that keyed in the basically most of the fandom where all of us were like, something is not right with Atlas's head. Like
Yeah.
literally, physically, there's something wrong with Atlas's head, but
Yeah. So even if
hang
they
on.
don't go so even if they don't go
Most
suicide,
for
if they
play.
go
I wonder why. Like,
so
hang
if
on.
they go like
Sir.
yeah.
Sir.
Yeah, even if they don't go suicide, he was definitely like killed graphically, whether it was suicide, whether it was at the hands of somebody else. Something traumatic happened to this boy, and him and his reaction to finding out, if he ever does find out what happened to him, is going to be possibly a problem. And the behavior checks that were like mentioned were happening frequently in his file are going to be very, very, very warranted.
It's really interesting to me that they've got the blood on one side and the light on the other.
Yeah. What if it's wait, hold on. Okay, this is gonna sound very dark, but what if again, this could be me looking into things that don't need to be looked into, but you mentioned blood on one side, light on the other. A lot of the times, from what I'm aware of, and from what I've seen, not that I've done that much digging into it, but a lot of the times, abuse victims are too scared to come forward because they're being threatened or blackmailed or whatever. And so they put on a facade to hide it, even if they know that they need to share it. The light side of his face could be the facade, and the blood on the side of his face that has the blood could be symbolic of some type of abuse. That's very dark, and possibly, again, I'm looking too much into this, but if we're going off
I
that
don't-
something traumatic happened to him, it is a possibility.
It's a possibility.
It's a possibility. And again, I could just be
they'll go
looking.
into that.
Yeah, and again, this could just be me looking
Yeah.
too much into a scene in an intro animatic that does not need to be looked into.
Yeah.
But if we're on the topic of something traumatic probably happened to this boy,
Which it did. It probably happened to this boy. Look at the shot.
yeah,
But you were saying earlier about personality changes.
yeah. Depending on
I just
how
think it's interesting. We have the light side and the painful side here.
Yeah.
Um, mm,
Yeah. And again, with what we've seen of him in the first 2 days that you've played through with me, he is very much the light side is very much prominent. He's happy go lucky. He doesn't seem to care all that much about anything aside from some stuff that's just like, why would you care so much about this? It's kind of like small things. But then if again, depending on how they play it on the various endings about whether or not he finds out about what happened to him, that dark side. And we already know that he's under constant watch with behavioral, exams or whatever. I feel like that dark side has the potential to come out and be, I feel like this is the wrong word, but destructive. Not like he's going to level whole buildings destructive, but like it's going to not be great and it's going to harm him and the people around him more than probably necessary or healthy.
my boy. Just wanted to be happy.
Yeah, Atlas is going to be a fun character to see cuz 5012, like, obviously 5012 has trauma in his backstory, but like he's such a rigid character that like we were kind of talking about, his trauma doesn't seem to be a big part of who he is right now. It's just him adapting to the new world while trying to hold on to the old ways. 5012's trauma seems kind of not like in your face, but it is kind of just like, that there's something there and that it's going to play and that it's probably going to play a very important role later in the story. Whereas
There is a
5012,
miasma of trauma and pain in the entire Reaper Association district. Like, just from what
yeah,
we've seen in A Date with Death Zero in the first 2 days of the public demo, there is just this miasma everybody knows. Everybody knows that everybody else is traumatized.
yeah, but like
Um,
with Atlas words, it seems like his trauma is going to be a very big part of who he is. But with 5012, they could probably just play it as oh yeah, this happened, but that doesn't matter right now. And like, obviously, trauma matters. All trauma matters. But given 5012's character and kind of the arc we have him going on, his trauma is probably just gonna be like, oh yeah, this happened and it sucks and I'm dealing with it, but that's not the bigger issue right now, kind of a thing.
I don't have time to be traumatized. I have work to do.
Exactly. Which isn't
All
healthy,
right.
but given his character, it would make
Makes
sense.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not healthy, but I
But it is
mean,
in character.
yeah.
It sure is 5012. Anyway, okay, so I turned off the sound so it wouldn't be weird, and I'm slow down the playback speed. Like, let's see how slow it is. I think it'll be funny. Also,
Yeah.
this.
I think you're talking
Like
about the ring
everybody in the fandom has
definitely means
talked about it.
something.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Look at that. I mean, hang on. There's multiple shots where it's like hang on. Hang on. Eh. Like that's just like a split second shot.
Yeah.
And the thing is, the shots with 5012 that they've got in um the shots they've got of 5012 in this trailer with the ring and in on at least one other spot parallel shots from past installments of the A Day with Death world. Um so the shot where he's looking up at the rain like almost perfectly parallels the pose that Casper has when he and Sunshine are watching the fireworks.
Yeah. So I'm
And
wondering
then
if
this parallels a shot from A Date with Death Zero where Rowan has just been terminated and Casper like picks up one of his hair clips and he looks down at it in his hand. Like this is almost dead on the same shot.
yeah. So I'm wondering if then they're going to go with if 5012's trauma is going to, with all these paralleling shots, I wonder if it is going to heavily parallel Casper and Sunshine, Casper and Sunshine and Rowan and whatever his love interest's name was. I think it's going to heavily parallel their storylines if they're referencing their scenes in his scenes of this intro.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I just want to look at his back.
We go from trauma discussion to thirst. That makes sense for this channel.
Listen, in my defense, they built him like a swimmer.
Yeah.
Like, 5012 is built more like a weightlifter almost. Like, I'm trying to think. Like,
He's got muscles in the
like
arms. Atlas has muscles in the shoulders and then the back.
yeah, like we've talked about this in the Date with Death server actually. Like 5012 has all of his heft in his chest. That man has double D's. But anyway, so 5012 has got the chest going on. He's got the arms going on. His hips won't quit. Uh and then Casper in the first game's like his arms. His arms, dude. His arms are so good. Like specifically, like for some reason the arms and the neck stand out to me on Casper. Like the structure
Yeah.
of the arms and the neck stand out to me on Casper. 5012, it's the trunk of his body, it's the chest and hips.
Yeah.
And then Atlas, it's the shoulders and back, and I'm like, oh,
Mhm.
this is not fair.
And also that brings up they specifically chose clothing for all of these characters that like
That really
accentuate.
emphasizes, that,
Yeah.
yeah.
Alice is
Sleeveless
wearing a
turtleneck on
backless top.
Casper, murder.
Yeah.
The backless top on Atlas is so effing scandalous. I love it
Yeah.
dearly.
And it shows off his muscles. Casper was
I want to
wearing.
lick my way up his spine.
Oh my gosh. Casper was wearing short sleeves basically that entire game except for the jacket. And the jacket was always off his shoulder. So you could see his arm muscles. And then
He
5012
knows.
is wearing stuff that's a little too tight, possibly, and is constantly in poses that make everything more obvious.
His titties are going to fall out of that shirt.
Oh my goodness.
Like, it's not even a button up and the shirt is struggling. There's too much titty.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. Why did they have to make them so pretty?
Because, yes.
Because, yes. Just, oh man, that back. Like, it's this pose, too. It's like, oh. Hi. Hello, Atlas.
Mm-hmm. Okay, but also, hold on. His name is Atlas. He has a strong back.
Weight of the
Atlas...
world on his shoulders. I know.
Yeah.
The parallels are not subtle.
Uh-huh. Remind me, was Atlas a god or a titan?
Atlas was a titan that was punished, I believe.
That's right.
I still want to bite his back.
Oh my goodness.
Look at those shoulders. Biteable. But anyway. And he'd probably be into it. But anyway. Like, Rain. Rain, my beloved. The rain. The rain. I love him. Look at his arms. Look at his shoulders.
My friend, this is going on the internet.
I know.
Girl, she was shameless when we were playing A Date with Death. This is not.
It's true.
This is nothing new. This is nothing new to our longtime viewers. The new viewers might be a little bit concerned, but the old time viewers will know that this is normal.
These artists piss me off because why did they remember just the one little highlight on his collarbones? Shut up. Shut up, artists. Bad. Not on the carpet. Oh, little guy. Little guy. It is so interesting to me that they are able to do the different colored lighting so organically in this trailer. But anyway. That's my little guy right there. I love him so much. Okay. Anyway. Oh, this little bit. I love this little bit. Hang on. Just, my heart, and then, oh. Oh.
That smile is so sweet.
Like this was the shot in the intro where I knew I was freaking done for in this game. So I was like, oh no, if they can get 5012 to look like that, I'm screwed.
Yeah.
I'm doomed. We all are, but yeah. Just like the hand movement too. It looks like he's like brushing your hair back, and it. Anyway, just
I know.
smiley,
That
smiley.
laugh.
Hang on.
He looks so carefree. It's gonna hurt.
He looks
Whatever
so
his
happy.
traumatic backstory is, that's gonna hurt.
Oof, and then just drama.
Mm-hmm. Diva.
What too? Why are you such a diva?
Because yes.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm afraid I love them very much.
Mm-hmm.
No, not this again. Not this again. Pain. Like, clearly they're not fine.
Yeah.
Just that shot, though. The ribbing, and then the...
Yeah, that is definitely sibling energy.
They're so siblings. They're brothers, Your Honor, and I love them dearly. Also that. This makes me so happy.
It's hilarious. I love it.
I love them. Yeah, alright. Ooh, hang on, this shot. This shot. I'm still trying to figure out, actually.
Is it a window? Is it a mirror? What is it?
Oh, I think it might be a mirror.
Yeah,
that would make
I think it
sense.
said something in the lyrics about a cracked mirror.
Yeah, searching for the truth in a cracked mirror. So that is pretty thematic. Yeah, okay. That's probably what it is then. Yeah. Whee! Yeah, I'm not well, clearly. But yeah, just like clearly these people know how to write sequels.
Mm-hmm.
Why so pretty? Why so pretty? Like, I love that this little short section is the most replayed. Because,
I
like,
know.
let them be happy, you cowards.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
The hand on the cheek.
The hand on the cheek and, like, his hand over it, like, just leaning into it. I can't.
Any emotional fallout this boy goes through is going to wreck everybody around him. Just based
Like,
on that one
no.
scene, I know that any emotional fallout he goes through is going to wreck everybody around him.
The fandom is just going to be screaming. But, like, if they do go for a brother dynamic with him and 5012, 5012's reaction to anything Atlas goes through is gonna be interesting.
Yeah. And
If
even
they
if
go
they
that way,
don't,
which we don't know.
and even if they don't go like brother, now that I like look at it again, especially that like ribbing scene, that is very much giving my dad and my younger brother's relationship. So even if they
Like,
don't go brotherly, if they go like something akin to father son, any familial relationship, any familial akin relationship they build between these two is going to be interesting to see how that plays out with any emotional fallout Atlas goes through.
ugh. Atlas' shoulders in this shot. Shut up, artists.
I know.
Why so shoulder? Just
because yes.
boop. Like, just...
Yeah, that's my dad and my youngest brother.
It makes me so happy.
That is my dad and youngest brother right there.
Like, I feel like it's interesting that they chose to show 5012 willingly touching Atlas back.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, that is something in the dynamic we haven't seen yet. Especially, or at the very least, like, we haven't seen that yet.
Yeah.
We just just haven't, and it's just it's so cute.
Mm-hmm.
I want it, and we don't have it. I want to give them both a little forehead kiss, but anyway. That was.
Yeah, this game is going to be traumatic.
They're perfect, and I hate them.
Yep.
And I love them, and I hate them. Okay, alright. I'm not well. I'm not normal.
Hmm. Again, nobody
Alright.
on this channel is normal.
Yeah. Okay. So what do we think about how they're building the audience's attachment to the characters so far?
I think it's going really well. Especially because, again, with 5012, we know he was only on screen in the original game for like 8 minutes, and then it was like, well, focus back on Casper now. We did what we wanted with him, so he's gone now. And so now that we're getting more lore into this character that like audiences really liked and really wanted to see more of is good. But then they're also pairing it with a character that we know nothing about and using the new character's relationship with the established character's relationship to build interest for both. It's like, oh, if this established
Ooh,
character
true, true, true,
has a
true.
relationship with this new character, we should probably care about this new character.
Yeah. Yeah. I hadn't even considered that, but they strengthen each other if you do the dynamics right.
Yeah, because very rarely in shows or media do they introduce a new character that we're supposed to get attached to unless they have some sort of relationship or connection to pre-existing characters, be it they're a villain, they're an old friend, they're family, they're whatever. They always, whenever they introduce a new character, they always seem to have some sort of, at least when they introduce new characters well, it's always characters that have some kind of pre-existing or fast-growing relationship with an established character. Because if the established character has reason to care or not care about this character, then the audience is going to have reason to care or not care about this character, about this new character.
Yeah. Yeah. Like the audience will follow the tone that you set with the existing characters.
Yeah.
And so if you want the characters to be interesting to the audience, the characters have to be interesting to each other. Dead silence.
Sorry, my allergies were acting up again.
Oof. Real.
Well,
But
they
yeah,
started calming down, so I stopped taking my Zyrtec, and now I probably need to start taking it again.
yeah, it's almost like things get better because you're taking the thing that improves them.
I know. But yeah,
Lol.
they've been calming down, though, as it gets closer to fall, so I'm hoping once school starts up again, they'll clear out.
I'm so excited to see what your allergies do about all the dying and falling leaves.
Mm. We'll see, because we're not even still certain if these are allergies or if it's just a really weird cold.
Yeah,
Because it's different from other
either's
colds I've gotten
possible.
in the past, but the Zyrtec seemed to be helping. At least, like, clear stuff
Well, if
out,
the
but
Zyrtec seemed to be helping, it's probably allergies.
yeah.
It's really bad allergies. Oh man. Oh boy. I'm not okay about these characters, Your Honor.
Obviously.
Is that a stray soul in your pocket, or you just happy to see me?
My goodness.
Can I actually show my speaker notes on here? Hang on. Blake. Yeah, okay.
Hmm.
Oof.
Oh my
Yeah, I just
gosh.
look at all that garbage at the bottom.
My
Say
goodness.
it's my time, please, so I can get my soul reached by this daddy of a grim with his daddy grim walk at his daddy grim arms at his daddy grim butt. Ow!
My gosh.
Everyone is like, Peony, please stop.
What did I just listen in on?
Her rendition of Daddy Caught from the Rookie, but with lyrics changed to make it fit
But make it Grim
5012.
Reapers.
I was like, okay, guys, I'm back. I know, like, we're done, but, like, I'm back. And then I just hear, but, ow.
Your timing is terrible. Hang on, let me show you the speaker notes so you can understand.
My goodness.
I'm scared.
Yeah, you should be. Honestly.
It's so stupid. I'm not pretending it's not stupid.
It's not.
I love them.
Mm-hmm.
Also, he's kind of hitting like a really sassy little pose with his head
I
here.
know. I was gonna say that's like a power pose.
Like he's not standing totally straight there. He's like cocking his head a little bit to the side, like, all right,
Mm-hmm.
let's see how bad you disappoint me. And I'm like, how bad would you like me to disappoint you?
My goodness, Beanie.
Anyway. Was that an approved from Chrysanthemum in the background?
I think it was, yeah.
Whew. But yeah. Yeah. I love them. I love
Mm-hmm.
them very much. Oh man. Anyway, so I love that the oh gosh. And I'm yawning. Okay. I kind of adore that the entire intro for the second game has rain going on because first of all, hey, it rains in the underworld.
Mm-hmm.
Um and second of all, just I don't know, there is something so thematic about it in a way I can't explain.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Like maybe it's the washing everything clean sort of vibe. Like
Mm-hmm.
the underworld is being washed clean in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Um
I've also heard some people, like some Christians or other like religions that believe in God, sometimes they'll say that the rain is God crying. So if we've already established that these boys have
yeah, all the
trauma,
rest of us are also crying.
the rain is probably not just our tears because the boys are going through trauma, but their tears because they went through
Everybody is
trauma.
everybody's having a
Yeah.
bad time.
Yeah.
Ugh. Why did they make his shoulders like that though?
Because yes.
He's got collarbone for days. Like everybody in this franchise does. Very distinct collarbones are kind of the style, but like, sir, put that away. It's so funny. Like each of these men is clearly like very knowledgeable about how good they look.
Mm-hmm.
It's not fair. He's so cute. I can't cope with it. And he
They all look like the world's most emo water polo team.
I'm gonna
Because
pee
water polo
myself.
people are
Thanks, Chris.
actually so buff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the girls get jacked. Like, if you want a live action Wonder Woman, go find yourself a water polo player. I'm so
Mm-hmm.
serious.
I know, I
And obviously, the
remember.
guys get jacked too, but the women are very impressive. That's all I'm gonna say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, water polo's kind of scary to me, but yeah. Yeah. Why do y'all think the audience should care about this game?
not just because of the whole like psychology stuff that we were talking about earlier, but also the good writing, the the stakes that don't
Because we
seem.
busted out like 10 videos of this in less than a month.
I mean, also
That's
that,
also a good reason.
but again, it's the writing and like within the first 3 days or the first 2 days that I've seen, the stakes don't seem that high. But from like all the context clues and the setup that's been put into this game, you can tell that the stakes are going to get high. And there's emotional ties to this game between the characters and the player. And like there's so much about this game that sucks you in so quickly that even if you don't care about this game and are just playing it because, oh well, it looks interesting and whatever, I'm bored, I need something to do. I feel like this is
And
definitely the
it's
type of
free.
game, and it's free. This is definitely the type of game that like you sit down to play and it's like this, and it's like this is going to be my personality for like the rest of whatever time period.
The next year and a half.
Yeah. Yeah. Like you got into it, didn't you get into it just because it looked like a cute little fun chat simulator with an embodiment of death and now you're like emotionally connected to these people?
I downloaded it because I saw an ad on Instagram and it was like, what if bully Grim Reaper until he blush? And I was like, that's hilarious and it's free?
I,
It's free? I'm
I know.
downloading it.
I
And
know.
then I
It
played the
hooked you
first
with
game, and the first
yeah.
ending I got was ending 2.
I know. And it's like
And for
again
anybody who
with
knows
the
the game,
ad.
ending 2 is devastating. So
Hmm. And again, with like the ad, they showed you like the fun, like little like the fun chat sim parts of it. The parts that had no stakes whatsoever. It was just flirting with the Grim Reaper. It was just flirting with death. And then it hits you with the
what if
plot.
Death was hot?
And then it hits you
What
with the
I wanna
plot like
yeah.
halfway through the game. It's like, oh, I'm actually completely emotionally invested in this right now, and I need to see this through to the end, or I will cry.
What I
Oh
wanna add
no,
in
they hit
is
me with that
that
do.
yeah, the game was so good. And then with this sequel, I've only seen the 3-day demo, and like you're already adding 2 people instead of 1. You didn't need to go this hard. They
Yeah.
added so many new features. It's gonna be so good.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be
Like,
so good. Like,
yeah,
this
like you didn't need to go this hard. We would have been happy with the same thing, but 2
Yeah.
people. You didn't need to go this hard.
they
Yeah.
went so hard. But just it's so cute. There's so much going on. Like they're trying to make this world real. With to the best of their ability, and it's
It's
so
working.
nice. And also you can get like a little temporary speed boost from drinking coffee at the coffee station in the common room.
That's
Like
hilarious.
it's just so many silly little things. It makes me so happy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and the complaints box. The complaints box makes me very happy. Cuz that was one of the I didn't donate this much, but there was a donation tier in the Kickstarter where you could submit a custom complaint to the complaint box in the common room for everybody to see.
That's hilarious.
Also, if you're drinking coffee, speed boost, you have a speed crash.
Yes, I remember that. It's incredible. But yeah, there's the the second game is so alive. Which is ironic because everybody in the game is dead. But
Mm-hmm.
just my heart. Just shoot me right in the heart. Oh, a second date with death game, I said with Joyce. I was then shot 57 times.
You give love a bad name.
Oh my
I play
goodness.
and you play your game. You give love a bad name. Anyway. But yeah, it. Oh, she going again.
I'm eating chicken Alfredo right now.
Oh, that sounds so
Nice. So, what have y'all learned from what we've discussed?
That I am nowhere near the writing level that the people over at 2.5 Studios is at. Every project
Yeah,
that
all
I
two
have
of them. All two of them.
all two of them
The entire studio is 2 people, and then they pay other people for the rest of the stuff.
Yeah. All the projects I have started that I know I want to be like that all the projects I start that have scenes that I want to be emotional, I end up scrapping or like completely reworking the entire scene or the entire plot because I don't because I'll like look at what I read at what I write and I'm like this does not this does not correctly portray the emotions that I am feeling in my head about what this
Babe,
scene
we can
should
help
feel
you.
like. Yeah, and that
The
was like
fact
with
you
like the
haven't
older
asked me makes
projects.
me sad.
Well, that's just like back when I like first started writing, where I was just like messing around with like fun little
Well, sure, when you
ideas
first start
and
writing.
wasn't like solid on anything. I just wanted to like get practice and like get something that was like, okay, I think I'm confident now. I can write these scenes into like the set projects and the set stories that I want to do. And
And I will be
I'd like to
fair.
think that I'm
Yeah.
getting better with some of the current projects I have going on, even if
Oh,
I've abandoned
definitely.
them, for other reasons. The emotional scenes I've written before I abandoned them, I was pretty happy with. And then I abandoned them because I ran out of ideas or they're just not going
Yeah.
anywhere.
I will say, I am nowhere near a great writer at all, but it very much helps having mental illness because when you need to write scenes that are tense or anxious or scenes that are obviously depressing or, et cetera,
It,
it's really easy
it
to
really
pull
helps to
from
be able
yourself.
to write.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
write what you
And
know.
it's like the
yeah.
character
Like,
could be going through something completely different, but because you felt that emotion, you can make it worse or better just from the basis of what you remember experiencing.
Yeah, right. It's the
And
write
so,
what you
yes,
know
considering
this.
Daisy
mentality.
is not a mentally ill child, I'm very proud of her. I'm very, very proud of her.
Yeah.
She's young and she's
Um,
learning.
Yep.
this is why Atlas gets me so bad. Is I recognize a lot of his thought patterns and behaviors a little too well.
Yeah.
But anyway, Atlas is like me if I had a higher baseline energy. That's my guy. That's my little dude. I want to shake him.
Don't shake the baby.
Like in the in the first game we play as Sunshine. In the second game, Atlas is the Sunshine.
Oh no. That's gonna be
I
bad.
love him so much. What was it Lana Del Rey said? He is my sun, he makes me shine. Anyway,
I
um
don't remember.
Will you
Chris knew
still love
immediately
me when I'm no longer
when I'm no
young and
longer young
beautiful?
and beautiful.
My goodness.
I know you will. I know you will. I know that
Girl.
you will.
Girl, don't destroy your voice, please.
I think it's a bit late for that.
That's fair.
Oh gosh, yeah. Guys, I love these games.
They're
But yeah,
good.
there is something a little bit young and beautiful coded about this game. I can't explain, like, because I don't have the words. Not because it's spoilers. This is me projecting. I'm delusional. It's not spoilers, but there is something young and beautiful coded about this game. Um. Also, without giving any spoilers, the music made by Miko, who voiced Telemachus in Epic the Musical, is very Atlas coded.
Oh.
Um, and then trying to think of like vibes for 5012.
What
Like
were
musical
the
vibes for
Atlas vibes?
Miko.
Oh.
He voiced the child in Epic.
Oh yes,
the
yes,
child.
I'm aware.
Yeah.
5012. He's giving me
5012.
Hoser.
Ooh.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
see it.
I'd
Yeah.
rather take my whiskey neat, my coffee black, and my bed at 3. You're too sweet for me. You're too
Yep.
sweet for me. Anyways,
Yeah, it is a little bit hosier coded, actually.
very much so.
Yeah, also, every Reaper in the entire underworld is drag path coded. Like, I think I've talked about it before.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, the original drag path.
Casper is, sexy bad.
Oh my.
Bam, bam, bam.
Mm.
Yeah. I'm out of
Also,
boy, don't know how to act.
Atlas is simultaneously Miko's music and Lady Gaga's music.
Oh,
Honestly,
yes.
yeah.
Yes.
I live for the applause indeed. Anyway,
Uh-huh.
Okay, and we're having fun, so, like, no worries, but I am just updating y'all. It's been over 2 hours.
Oh,
I don't know how
dang.
long we can record. And I also
Oh,
have a
well.
rosé song stuck in my head, so, like, if we want to do that next, I won't be mad at all.
Oh yeah, no problem. We can do that.
No, I'm vibing though, so I was just keeping y'all updated because I know sometimes we get lost in the sauce.
We are deep in the sauce.
We are in that Alfredo, babe.
My goodness.
I am knee deep in the meat sauce.
Oh my gosh. Oh no.
Whew.
Number one squirrel in your eyes.
What is happening?
Um,
Oh my
He's
gosh.
so
Mortal,
fancy.
you're dismissed. That's still
Yes,
funny to
please.
me.
Dismiss me, Casper. I don't think I could be here any longer.
Oh, it's like 100 degrees, babes. It's not even that hot yet, but it feels so bad.
I know, and I have the fan
It's
in the
'cause of the
room I'm in
humidity.
going right now, and it's not really doing much.
Well, my room is also the hottest in the house because the world loves me like that, and I
My
can't
room,
handle heat.
my room is also the hottest room in the house because it's the only
Mm-hmm.
room on the second story and heat rises.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So currently, hang on, let me check my little room thermometer.
Babes. Like, I'm trying so hard not to take my clothes off right now.
It is
That sound okay. I'm sorry. That was a little much. I'm sorry, y'all. It's so
Well,
real
with
though.
Casper
It's
on
so
the
hot.
screen,
Hey.
with Casper on the screen, I don't judge you for not being able to keep your clothes on. So,
Come here.
No,
Nah, 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 nah.
no, I
Nah,
sleep
nah,
in
nah,
like
nah, nah.
I sleep in a tank top and shorts every night. I have not put on I put on a shirt so I could answer the door, but other than that, I have
Yeah.
not changed. I am still in my tank top and
Mm-hmm.
shorts because it's so hot in my house.
I am in a nightgown and
I'm
nothing
also in
else.
the night.
Mm-hmm.
Darling,
Oh.
it's hot. But then I'm like, I'm on the computer. If I take off my clothes, I'm gonna be paranoid that they're gonna see me. The FBI. They're like, she's already on a watch list, babe. We like, and now I'm scared.
Yeah, this is why every time I Google something weird, I add "I'm a writer" at the end of the prompt.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
There have been a couple times
Like the
where
other day we
It
were
also
looking up
looks a lot better.
the
yeah,
other day we were looking up what does
brittle bones
I don't even
sound
know
like
if we
when
had a
they
number to it, but
break.
like what do super old dehydrated bones sound like when they break?
Yeah. There have been a few times where I've like looked up like types of poisons and like how fast they kill you, and I've gotten poison control hotlines like every single time.
Yep.
And it's like,
Or
no,
there've
I
been a lot of
promise
times.
I'm an
Yeah.
author.
Yeah.
Don't be concerned. But
I
then I
look
look,
things up. Yeah.
yeah, like I'll look
And
up
then it says
poisons.
it
Yeah,
like
I
does
once
this
looked
like
up.
hotlines. I'm like,
Yeah,
babe, no.
no, but it's like I'll look up poisons and I get a poison control hotline. But then I look up how to make a pipe bomb for some random off the top idea I had for a story, and no hotline, no hey, your
That's okay.
activity is being
That's
watched.
acceptable behavior.
I just readily have information on how to build a pipe bomb.
Yep.
But
There
yet
you
I
go.
get a helpline for poison control. It's weird, bro.
Yeah, I once looked up like what happens if you do X thing to yourself that would, very obviously kill you. And
Mhm.
the Google search engine was like, "Here's a suicide prevention hotline." And
Yeah.
I sighed, went to the bar and added, "I'm a writer" at the end, and it gave me an actual answer.
Oh my gosh. That's so funny. Or like, "You're not
Yo,
alone." It's like, "Google, go away." Like, "Babes, if I" Oh, man.
I'm not dying. I don't want to
like
kill myself. I just want to know how to kill off my characters.
I am too curious to kill myself right now, babes. Like, I just need answers.
Yes.
I need to know weird neurodivergent things.
Yes. For autism's sake. What is the answer to this very morbid question?
It's n- it's not suicidal thoughts. It's not suicidal ideation. It's just the tism.
It's
Yeah.
just autism.
It's just the tism. We should put that on a shirt. But anyway,
Yep.
If we ever get to a point
like
where we
actually,
are
I
making
do.
yeah, if we ever get to a point in our channel where we have the ability to make and sell merch, that's gonna be we're gonna try and make that one of the first things, hopefully, if you remember,
It's the
to be
tism.
on a shirt. Is it's the
And it
Yeah,
has
the
tism.
little
other one.
flowers on it.
Yes.
I one of them is terrible work, everybody. Good job.
Yep.
Yes. Terrible work,
Yeah, I'm
everybody.
gonna put
Good
that on the
job.
shirt.
It's the tism. And we could probably find other like iconic quotes or
Drink water.
whatever. Drink water. Yes. Just find all the iconic quotes from the channel. And if it gets to a point where we are making and selling merch, we put them all on t-shirts.
Oh my gosh.
if
Yeah,
we
that's
if
never gonna happen. Anyway.
Yeah, I was gonna say though, if our channel does ever get to a point
Well,
where we're
yeah.
doing that, we have made it big. And that's gonna be
I also
surprising.
pretend yeah, I also pretend that I'm gonna get a nice house and have a bunch of chickens. So a lot of
Mood.
things aren't gonna happen that
Yeah,
we can dream.
yeah,
We can dream.
we're all broke college kids. This channel is nothing serious. It's just for fun because we're very reactive people. None of these things are probably gonna happen. To be honest though, I didn't think we were gonna reach 100 subscribers as fast as we did. So I mean,
It's been a year and a half.
that's true.
Celebrate good times. Come
Come
on.
on.
I
Come
wonder
on.
why though. Like, what video is prompting people to be like, "Hey, I want more of this."
I could I could probably look at the view count. I could probably see what our most viewed videos are. I'm not gonna be
I
surprised if
hope
it's the Maya
beyond
videos.
hope. I really hope it's half horse, half man.
I think it has to.
It's
I am
probably
one
one
half
of the most viewed.
horse, half man.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's one
That's
of the
what
most
I am.
viewed, but I think collectively a lot of our views have come from Maya and at least one of the Blackpink videos, but I can't remember which.
Blackpink was popping off, babes.
Yeah.
Blackpink was very
But yeah,
popular.
Maya and Blackpink I think have been our highest view count grossers, but I'd have to look at the numbers again.
Just too darn bad there's no more freaking Blackpink songs.
Yeah, we're running out. Oof.
I mean, we are out. We're doing solos now.
Oh, yeah, true.
Speaking
Yeah.
of which, I want to do some rosé, babes. I'm so sorry, I really do.
Girl, you good.
No, yeah, that's fair. Do we have any final thoughts? I think maybe the only final thought I might have is I kind of love that they are splitting up and concentrating different parts of Casper's personality for the love interests in the second game. Like they know what appeals to their audience, but they're
Yeah.
also making them completely distinct characters in their own right.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, if Casper appealed to you for the like smart, serious, slightly dangerous attitude that he's got going on, we've got a 501 for you. If you like him because he blushed really easily, let us introduce you to this little guy called Atlas.
Love.
Yeah, and then they're like, what if we built entire personalities around that and actually made it work really, really well? But yeah, it's good. It's real good. It's so good. Any other thoughts?
Nah, I
Tis
think
peak.
yeah, I think I've exhausted all my thoughts.
I'm watching a snail eat a hard-boiled egg.
Why?
Oh, all right. Mortals, you are dismissed.
Mortals, you are dismissed after you drink water.
And you finish the responsibilities you procrastinated.
And
You are
see you
dismissed.
later.
Bye.
dismissed.
Bye.